Hey everyone, it's Fantayzia. So today we are going to be going over my 2024 wish list for The Sims 4. It's that time of year again. I feel like I do this every year, and some things have remained the same because we still haven't received them, and then there's some new additions to my list, which is crazy. I can't believe how many years I still have a couple of the same things on my list. So we are just going to get straight on into this. So the first thing on my list, which has been on my list for quite a few years now, is preteens. That's still on the list for me. I really feel like now that we have infants, experiencing that in-between life stage in The Sims 4 was a really good experience for me. I actually really enjoy them, and I would like to see another in-between life stage. For me, it actually adds a lot, and I think it's because I'm a realistic storyteller. So some people might not want preteens, but me personally, I think it would be a great addition for the way that I play, and not to mention the preteen mod adds a lot for me when it came to my storytelling. So I just know that I would prefer it even more so as an official feature, which the original creator for the preteen mod did get hired at EA, so now she's working at EA. So it just leads me to believe that we will eventually see them, especially the fact that The Sims 4 still has years to come of content. So it just, to me, seems like something that will happen, and I even could see them doing a preteens pack or some sort of pack that just would add like a whole bunch of, I don't even know because we have the high school years. So I'm not exactly sure how they would differentiate the two life stages. I mean, with the preteen mod, there's a lot of differences, but it's also like a subtle mod in a way where, that definitely couldn't be made into a whole pack. So they would have to do like a lot more. And there's a lot of things in that preteen stage that I feel like teenagers don't really do anymore, or they don't really experience anymore. But I feel like some of those things we already have for the teenagers when they should have just been given to preteens, but we don't have preteens. So you know what I mean? Like going through puberty is the thing that happens with the preteen mod, but I feel like that's a thing with teenagers in The Sims 4. So I don't exactly know how they go about it, but I will say we, for a long time, didn't really think we'd get an infant life stage. We thought that we were just going to get better babies and a whole new life stage. Just like didn't even cross a lot of our minds for a long time, like way before they teased it and everything. And look what they did there. Like they did so much more than I would expect them to. And I feel like the more I play with infants, the more I realize, how much they really have. You unlock more things as you go. At first they can't even eat in the high chair. Then they can. Then they can't eat finger foods at first, then they can, once they learn different things like the grab milestone, and they can learn to stand up, they can learn to crawl. There's so many different things you can teach them. And then you can even expand on that with mods if you're on PC. And I feel like there's a lot they could do with preteens that I'm not even thinking of because I didn't even think of a lot of the things that they gave us for infants. So moving on, next up is more relationships in Create a Sim. This is a simple one. I'm not going to spend too much time talking about this because I feel like, again, it's been on my list for quite a few years, and yeah, we still don't have the relationship types that I want to see in The Sims 4. Comment down below what type of relationships you want to see in Create a Sim. I just feel like there needs to be so much more there. Not even just boyfriend-girlfriend, like way beyond that. There's so many things that you want to like set up in Create a Sim and you kind of can't. So next up is another thing for Create a Sim, and that's more hair swatches. Again, this has been on my list for a while, and I know we did get that update for more hair swatches, but it just wasn't enough. We need way more still. I feel like there is still, in my opinion, not like a proper redhead shade. Well, okay, I take that back. Obviously there is one or two realistic redhead shades, I feel like, but maybe only one actually. Is it just one that's like realistic looking? I don't know, but it's still not exactly the most realistic compared to like natural redheads that I've seen. And I've seen quite a few natural redheads, like, people who have no dye on their hair, nothing like that. I just feel like the swatches in the game don't really match up to that. And we do have a few improvements with the blondes, I feel like, but again, I still feel like there needs to be more. Same with the brunette. I just think there needs to be more gradual shades for each individual shade, if that makes sense. I also would love to see even more gray hair swatches. Like, there is one that has like some brown and gray, as if like the Sims starting to gray, but there's still quite a bit of gray in there. I would like to see some more gradual swatches that they're like slowly getting grays. Like, you know, when adults start to get a little bit of grays, it's not too noticeable. Just like a little bit at the roots, I feel like they should have something like that too. And then the colorful swatches, that's where they really got to improve. I feel like we definitely need more fun colors for sure. It's really difficult for me to actually make my own hair. My hair is black and then like hot pink in the front, and it's like a hot magenta pink kind of vibe. Magenta-ish, but like it's just not there in the game. And I know with The Sims 4, obviously, it's already difficult enough to kind of find your hair if you do have hair like me, because it's like 2 different colors. You got colorful parts in the front, or maybe you have colorful parts like underneath. That is like impossible to find. There is some hair swatches where there's different streaks and stuff, but that's not even what I'm thinking of. So for that, I usually need to use custom content. And I don't know, I think it would be fun to just have more hair variations when it comes to swatches, hairs that we can just like really customize. I don't know, maybe that's asking too much, but I just think it would be so cool. Next up is an attraction system. So this is something that I actually feel kind of confident about because I just think it's gonna happen. So I'm excited to have this on my list. We know there's rumors going around about a romance expansion pack coming to The Sims 4, and if that's gonna happen, I feel like there has to be an attraction system in there. And somebody like possibly leaked stuff. They tweeted emojis out. Like, I feel like certain simmers do that who know stuff. And this random account did it and then it disappeared. I did a video on it recently. And one of the emojis they used, it was a heart and then like a magnet. And I just immediately think attraction system, and I'm crossing my fingers because you guys have no idea how long I've wanted something like that. I'm always trying to look for mods that add that for me. And I just still feel like it would be better if that was in the game. It's one of those things that I need officially in the game. I don't know if some of you guys relate to that, but like there's things in The Sims 4 that I prefer as mods, but then there's things in The Sims 4 that I actually prefer to be officially added in. For example, like milestones, I much prefer that as like an official feature in the game. I feel like it just works better. Whereas like, for example, the realistic childbirth mod, I much prefer that as a mod because The Sims just wouldn't go that in depth with something like that if they tried to do that. And so that's so much better as a mod. But yeah, an attraction system is just something that I feel like I would really like the way they would do it. That's the thing. There's certain features that I feel like the Sims team actually does well, and then certain features that I feel like they don't do well. And I feel like an attraction system, they may do a good job on. So I would love to see that. Next up is a vacation pack. I'm dying for a new vacation pack, specifically like a tropical vacation that actually feels like your Sims going on a relaxing getaway, you guys. Like, I feel like we still don't have that. Every single time we get a quote-unquote vacation pack where we get a new vacation world, it's more of like an adventure. And I know we have Sulani, but that wasn't even a vacation pack. Like, island living is not for, like, I use it as that, but it's still not like setting a vacation system in place, obviously. I don't know. Like, I cannot stop thinking about The Sims 2 Bon Voyage and the way that vacation system worked. Obsessed. That was my favorite, like, vacation pack. There was like 4 different destinations you could visit. To me, it was even so much better than The Sims 3 World Adventures, because with World Adventures, it was really great. I loved everything they added with that. But again, it was an adventure pack. You're taking more of an adventure instead of a vacation. And that's fun and all. But we just still haven't seen like a true vacation pack, I feel like. You know, going along with that, hotels/resorts. Hopefully both, but either or. I mean, I feel like if they add resorts, the hotel system will be added into, but they could do hotels without the resorts feature. So I don't know, but I'm hoping for both because I want to be able to run my own resort, and I would hope that it would be like The Sims 3, but better. I loved running a resort in The Sims 3. That was so fun. And I just feel like they could succeed at something like that. Some of the playable careers are kind of meh, but then some of them are really good. Like, in my opinion, the get to work ones, they just need to be updated. They're not bad. Like, I really enjoy being a doctor and get to work, but it's just really outdated. So it was good for its time, I feel like. I just never touch it now because it's like so old. But the vet clinic career, I think that's really great. Dine out is kind of busted sometimes, but I feel like the way you can run a restaurant is really great. Being a landlord for rent is a little iffy. Like, I enjoyed the experience, but it also felt empty in a lot of ways. But I feel like running a resort, I don't feel like that could feel empty because you're not just running like a building that people are living in. You're running a resort that people are coming on vacation to. So to me, you're going to be more busy than the landlord system with for rent, in my opinion, because like people are going to be coming and checking in. They're going to be at the pool. Like I want to be able to keep the pool clean, put chlorine in the pool. I want swim up bars, water slides. I want to be able to have like room service, have to clean the hotel rooms, like all that stuff, check people in. Like there is like so many different tasks that you could have to do. And I think it would be so much fun. It would also be fun if running a resort kind of worked similarly to when you run a vet clinic, maybe a little bit different, but you know how you go run a vet clinic and like you have tasks you have to do. Like patients come in and you have to treat them. Like same with Get to Work, and there's different things you have to do for them. I think it would be cool if you had tasks that you had to complete for your work day with running a resort. I just think it would make sense and it would add to that like running a business system. I think that's the problem with the for rent landlord system. I like it, but it doesn't feel like you're running your own business, which I know it's different. You're a landlord. It's not exactly the same, but I would hope that it would feel like you're running a business if they gave us resorts. Next up is Honeymoons, and I feel like it also kind of goes along with the last few things I've been talking about. I feel like they could fit it all into one pack. Honeymoons are so needed. I am dying for them. I don't even care where they include them. Obviously, it'd be great in a romance pack. It would be great in a pack that comes with hotels, all that. But just give me honeymoons however you give me them. Why weren't they there in the wedding pack? We need them. And we need them to be good. Also, anniversaries. I'm just going to throw that in there. That wasn't even on my list, but it is something I really want to. I feel like our Sims need to be able to celebrate their anniversaries, like in a special way where like a pop-up is actually popping up and like the Sims are reacting to the fact that it's their anniversary that day. Like, yes, please, that would be so cute. So next up on my list is more playable careers. I really do want that, like how I keep mentioning different playable careers. I don't know, I think that's a really fun way to play the game as long as they're done well, and I feel like we need some new ones. I don't know what inspired this, but lately I just keep wanting to play with a playable career in The Sims 4, like off camera, and I can't decide which one I want to do. If any of you guys play a lot with the playable careers, which one should I play like with a current household off camera? What do you think I would enjoy the most to like try to complete, like actually like level up in, you know, running my own business? I automatically always gravitate towards either being a doctor or being a vet, but if you think I should try something else out, let me know. One of my in real life friends, actually, I have one in real life friend who plays The Sims, and I was on the phone with her yesterday and she mentioned how she loves building in the game or running a business. And so she was really excited for the for rent pack. She doesn't have it yet, but she's gonna get it because you can kind of be your own landlord, so you have your own business, and she loves doing the vet clinic career. So that's how she likes to play. She likes to run her own business. That's what she's always doing. So I think that also kind of inspired me and just made me really think about the fact, wow, like playable careers are enjoyable when they're done right. I want more of those. Okay, next on my list is simply just less kits and more stuff packs. I feel like all of you guys, if you watch my videos, you know that that's exactly what would be on my list. If you've gathered the way I react to a lot of kits and how much I miss stuff packs, and then they came back and I was like so freaking happy, bouncing off the walls. Like, I'm so excited that they're back, and I cannot wait to see. There's already like hints going around about a jewelry making stuff pack, and I'm so excited. I feel like they do so good with stuff packs. So that's the thing about stuff packs. I'm never nervous for them. I'm never worried about how they're gonna do. They're gonna be amazing. Like, I just know. And like, okay, maybe I'm putting my standards a little too high for stuff packs, like, you know, but like, I just feel like they're so good. Like, I don't know. They've just improved so much with them. Paranormal stuff, literally incredible. Home Chef Hustle, incredible. I just feel like they're gonna do amazing with any stuff pack they create. They always feel like the most bang for your buck, and I'm ready. Give me all the freaking stuff packs. I am warming up to kits. Like, there's some kits now that I enjoy. I do feel like they're getting better and better as they go, but I obviously am still going to pick a stuff pack over a kit. Abso-freaking-lutely. So next on my list is simply just packs that add more lot types. Whatever the pack is, I just like would hope that we would get another lot type. Like, we just got residential rentals. That's really cool. Obviously, with Growing Together, we got the rec centers. That's what I want to see more of. I want to see, like, honestly, if every pack added a new lot type, I think that would really help the game out. I think it would make us feel like we have more to do with our Sims, and I think that's a must. I feel like it'd be really cool if we got playable movie theaters, not just a rabbit hole like those movie theaters we got. I don't know, like that's nice to have because sometimes you don't want to go with your sim, but I feel like we need a playable one. Like, we really need movie theaters. I would love that as a stuff pack. I know we have movie stuff, but it's more for like an at-home movie night in the backyard. And I think it'd be so cool if kind of like bowling night, something like that, but for the movies. And make it like an experience. You go up and get popcorn, which we all know is possible because like there's tons of vendors in The Sims 4. Like I feel like a lot of the features are already implemented, and even like with my wedding stories, they implemented features where like everyone has to sit down, and they could have something like that, you know, make sure everyone's sitting for the movie. And I think that would be so cool, and they could add a whole bunch of new movies. And they could have it be like movies are premiering and your Sims are excited to see them. There could be like a pop-up of like a new movie launched at the movie theater, like blah, blah, blah. That'd be so cool. And they could add like, little drink machines where you could go up and get your own pop. That would be so fun. And they could add all these new pop flavors. Soda, if you're in America, I don't know. I'm in Canada, I always say pop. I also think amusement parks would be another really cool lot type. This I am worried they'll never do, but I think would be so cool. Just like a few rides, not even big giant rides, simple rides that have simple animations, as long as we can actually see them on the ride. That's all I care about. And then like carnival games, that would be really cool. Having a bunch of carnival games around, and then all these new food vendors with like cotton candy, candy apples, all of that type of stuff. A bunch new moodlets. I don't know, it would be so fun to take the kids there and stuff. I would love that. And then the last thing on my list, you guys, can you take a guess? The return of something? The return of game packs. I don't think this is going to happen, especially with some things I've seen on Twitter. But I don't know if what I've been seeing on Twitter is actually because they've been told information early and they know, or if it's just their guess. So that's like pure speculation. I already did a video talking about that, so I'm not going to go into it. But based off what I've seen, I just feel like maybe they're not going to make a return the whole year. But it's still on my list because I have hope and I miss them. And if we don't get game packs, I fear that that means a lot of people who are waiting for fairies might not even get them all of 2024. And I know a lot of you guys want them so badly, unless they're going to decide to do them in a expansion pack and they're going to do like fairies with unicorns, because that rumor's been going around. It is a good way to get more people to buy the fairies pack, because if people don't care about occults, they might care about unicorns. I guess unicorns are kind of an occult too, but you know, not in that way. I feel like it's different. There's players who want unicorns, but they don't care for occults, and they'll buy the fairies pack if it has unicorns. So if they do that, I feel like it would be an expansion pack. And yeah, how do you guys feel about that? But anyways, that is my 2024 wish list. There's definitely more things that I want, but that's just my wish list, like the things that I'm hoping for the most. So I thought that I would just leave it there. I didn't want to make it excessive. I mean, we did get a lot this year, so like who knows if we'll get quite a few of those things. We always get like a few free updates and stuff, so I'm just really curious what we're gonna see. If we have another year where we get a new life stage, it's gonna be a good year, like hands down. Guys, like I was scrolling down on my channel from when infants were announced and then when they were first released, and it literally made me smile. Just like looking at all the videos I did, like when the Sims team first teased infants, there was like that little clip of the infant crawling. Oh my gosh. And then there was like so many teases after that, and I did so many videos freaking out. I was like so happy in those videos. You guys were so excited. It was an exciting time, just like when toddlers released. Except like even more fun for video creation because they announced them ahead of time, and it was just so fun. Although like it was hard to wait for them, definitely, it was just so fun to talk about though. Like it was so exciting to do videos on, whereas like toddlers, they surprised us with and just dropped it on us. But that was like a different kind of excitement. I don't know. They were both different kinds of excitements, but both very exciting times. So if another life stage drops next year, it's gonna be an exciting year. I just feel like it's such a cool thing. But anyways, you guys, I'm gonna wrap this up here. Comment down below your 2024 wish list. You can leave as long of a comment as you'd like. I would love to read through them and know your wish list. I feel like that's so fun. So with that said, I'm gonna wrap this up here. I hope you all enjoyed, and I hope you guys are having an amazing day. Bye guys.